My family and I came over from Vietnam. We actually fled Saigon a couple of days before the fall of Saigon on April 30th, 1975. Like the experience of so many Vietnamese refugees in this country, it was a very traumatic time for us. We were basically plucked out of our homes in the middle of the night. And I always remember leaving my grandmother behind. And as we were leaving, I always remember, you know, my grandmother standing at the doorway there and crying.
More than 30 years have passed since that unforgettable night in Saigon. But the courage, strength, and pride for what she left behind have driven Chef My Pham to dream big.
It makes every bite taste a little different. So I've got some lettuce here. I like to put it on the bottom.
You're checking every dish.
Yeah, it's sort of my job. You know, one of the things that's challenging about food is that every single detail, every single movement has to be correct.
My's attention to detail here at Lemongrass Restaurant includes using the freshest ingredients possible, most grown by this local family, Ken and Juan Pham. They provide all of her exotic herbs and vegetables.
Oh my gosh, look at these beautiful, fresh basil. It's a great story. I met them many years ago when I first opened the restaurant, almost 20 years ago. And I was looking for fresh herbs. Back then it was very difficult to find any of these ingredients. And they were at the farmer's market and they had 2 small baskets every weekend. And I would go there and buy everything that they had. And I asked them if they would grow more so that we could, could have them at the restaurant. It was very difficult. They didn't speak any English. And so what they did know how to do was a little bit of farming.
But My knew a little about business. And when she combined that with her dedication to her Vietnamese heritage, she planted the seeds for a long partnership, helping people from her homeland help her.
I begged them to please grow more herbs, I'll buy them. And the only way to do it at the time was to say, I'll buy everything you grow. And here we are, 20 years later. We're still buying from them, and we have wonderful, beautiful herbs, especially in the summertime. And they're very successful now, and they owned at least 25 acres of land.
This is a family of refugees that now own their own property here, and we see, able to slowly make improvements as the business improves, new tile, front door, and so forth. Does that, make her feel proud to be able to keep improving life?
Thấy vui vẻ hơn, thấy trong cái đất của mình, giờ mình làm muốn nghỉ muốn làm gì đó. Mà thấy vui hơn.
She says she's a lot happier now. She said it's been her dream to have a piece of land to her own.
My struggle to get where she is today is something she never loses sight of. It's why working with farmers like Ken and Juan means so much to her.
They were talking about how they bought a very small boat because they couldn't afford a nice boat. They bought a very small boat, they fixed it up and bought a little motor. And the family escaped in the middle of the night and they managed to get near Thailand, the Gulf of Siam. And that's when they were picked up by, a large ship. So, life was so terrible that they were willing to risk their lives to escape Vietnam.
How different is this from how it's done in Vietnam?
This is how we do it back in the old days.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
The Phams raise a variety of Southeast Asian herbs here at their South Sacramento farm.
Smell this one. This is the fish mint.
It smells like trout.
In addition to running Lemongrass, My teaches, develops food products, and writes books.
Health and wellness is certainly a very big issue in the food service industry, both from a customer standpoint and from a chef standpoint.
So while My carves a niche in the fresh and healthy food arena, she's also managed to launch this family of refugees into a world of independence by creating a valuable relationship that grew out of mutual need.
Well, it's very much an immigrant story. It's a refugee story. We were, political refugees. When we came here, we had no idea of what the future would hold. Yeah, she said that this is what they know how to do, and they just they want it. There's this great ambition of there's a dream that they need to fulfill.